What's up, YouTube? So, today's topic, I'm going to talk about the reasons why it is healthy to go outside and to socialize. So, let's get to it. So, the reason why you need to socialize and you need to go outside, whether it be through bars or clubs, whether it be through any type of social event. Um, if you want to meet people, like if you're a guy and if you want to meet women, my best recommendations is going to a local college campus because there's hot women over there all the time. There's like college women over there, and like usually women in their like early 20s are very attractive. So like you could go there to the campus and approach multiple beautiful women over there, and you can also study over there, and you're around communities, you're around people. You can also go to bars and clubs. Now, me personally, I'm not too much of a fan of bars and clubs because a lot of people are drunk. There's loud music, and there's police around, and a lot of people fight, and a lot of people chase for validation, and a lot of males hang out with other male figures that they really don't give a fuck about, but they're hanging out with them because they're too shy to talk to females, pretty much. But that's pretty much what bars and clubs are. And you have like a lot of females that are in groups that are stuck in their social circle, that they're very stuck up, they're very standoffish because they just come here for the validation. They're not looking here, they're not really social. But the reason why I do recommend going there is because you're still around people, and you're still around in an environment that's very uncomfortable. If you get overstimulated easily, like me, like I get overstimulated by like loud music and a lot of shit, people talking and people being drunk, but I still go out there. I still get off my comfort zone to talk to women because it's gonna help you be more confident. Because if you can handle me, I'm already am more confident. Like I'm good at talking to people, but because of my life circumstance, because of my life situation, I'm in a situation in life to where like I don't really have anyone that I really know like that in my circle, and I'm also very picky of who's in my circle. So basically, I don't have people that I talk to or they like that. The only time I go out is when I gotta go grocery shopping, I gotta work out, I gotta run some errands, or if I feel like talking or dating a female. If I'm going outside, that's the only thing. I don't really give a fuck about having friendships or or meeting people like that. The only time I worry about meeting people is when I'm trying to talk to beautiful women, pretty much. That's the only time I go out. But so bars and clubs is not the best option, but it's something because most cities, most states have bars and clubs, and there's a lot of women over there. But not the best kind of women, but out of 100% women over there, there's like a few percentage of women that are actually legit that you can talk to. But but basically, it's just healthy because we live in a world and society to where a lot of people are constantly worried about making more money, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're constantly worrying about making more money, you're gonna spend your whole entire life making money and trying to find different solutions on how to make money, whether it be like working at multiple jobs, going to different career fields, pursuing things that take up so much time just to make more money. But next thing you know, you're gonna be a lot older in life, and like you're gonna miss out on meeting people, going out to places, talking to women, creating connections, building friendships like that. And this is why like one of the major regrets of like old people in their deathbed is that they regret working too hard and not spending time connecting with friendships with their loved ones, etc. like that. So, and that's why I noticed, yes, we live in a very corrupted society that restricts us. As human beings, we are all slaves, and there's no such thing as being financially free unless you're born into that wealth, or God or the universe puts you in a situation to be born into a lot of wealth, or you scam a lot of people and you get away with a lot of shit to where you're making a lot of money, or you got to sell your soul just to make a lot of money, meaning you got to do a lot of sex rituals, you got to do a lot of, or you got to kill someone just to make a lot of money. Most people aren't willing to do that. So most of these jobs don't pay enough, Most of these career fields don't pay enough. So it's kind of funny how like, and I'm not saying don't work hard. You could work hard, find different opportunities, look for different jobs. Always do the best you can, but don't put too much of your focus on trying to make money to where you're putting your social life to the side. You need to socialize. You need to go out and have fun. You need to explore different people and stuff like that, you know? And you need to improve your social skills, because what gets people caught up is that because they're so focused on making money, and because there's a rise in social media, people are becoming less social. People are becoming very introverted, and because of that, they had to develop an ego for them to kind of self defend on why they're too shy to talk to people. So basically, like for example, right? Let's say someone who's highly aware of how corrupt society is, right? But because of all the spiritual videos they watch, a lot of Gen Z, a lot of people on social media, they talk about how most women are hard to talk to, how corrupt society is, and how hard it is to make money, and how hard it is to make ends meet. And they dwell on that, but they don't realize is that you have a whole life outside of work, outside of social media. There's real people out there. There's bars and clubs, there's communities, there's nightlife outside of these cities. We're not on a lockdown. There's people over there. So use that advantage, use that freedom as an advantage for you to meet people, to build connections. You could also make a lot of money by knowing certain people and building connections like that. I'm sure you guys heard about that. So don't be one of those types of people to where like you want to follow the crowd because everyone thinks the world is so evil, and that it's hard to like talk to people, and that a lot of people are socially awkward. So then you develop an ego to where you feel like you're better than a lot of people, to where you want to stay in the house all day. Don't do that. You want to have a good work-life balance. Yes, work hard on your business, work hard on your creative pursuits, work hard on your job, work hard on doing what you got to do to make money, work on your fitness. But you have to also put the same amount of work of talking to people, of going outside and putting yourself out there. It's very dangerous if you're staying inside all day. It's very dangerous if you're not talking to people, because if you do that, you're not going to have, your mind is not going to expand. You're only going to know what you know based on what you do. But if you talk to other people, if you observe different parts of the world, if you, like I said, if you talk to different types of people and observe their mindsets and stuff, it's going to help expand your mind. It's going to get you off your comfort zone. Talking to people, socializing, building connections is extremely important. Extremely important. You know, so yeah. So now you're gonna have fun. You don't want to be, as you get older, you're gonna have regrets, because you never know. You might meet your soulmate, you might meet your best friends, you might build connections to where it can get you out of your situation to make more money. So this is always important to find a good work-life balance, to go out, have fun, but also work on your goals and fitness and your workouts and in your career on how to make money and stuff like that. To plan out your day. Don't let people fool you into thinking that, oh, women are very stuck up. A lot of women are feminists, or like it's impossible to make money. We're ruled by corrupt government. Everything's a scam. Life is meaningless. Don't dwell on that, because if you dwell on that, it's not going to give you the motivation or a different perspective on why you should not talk to people, or why you not should have ambition. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to get at. Have a good one. And plus, also, it's very healing. If you're inside all day, because most of these jobs take up so much of your energy and time, because we live in a very corrupt world, you're going to be prone to having to stay inside all day. You're going to be prone to be stuck in a bubble. But if you go outside, get some fresh air, and be around a lot of people, it's going to heal you. It's going to regenerate you. It's going to refresh your mind. You're going to get that nice time going outside, and you're going to feel better about yourself knowing that you're not staying inside all day, but you're able to get off your comfort zone, the fact that you're able to talk to people you find attractive, the fact that you're talking to other human beings, that you're putting yourself out there and having fun, so that's very important. It's very important. It's going to help you relieve stress. It's going to help you have less codependency toward towards your exes or people from the past. You're going to be less negative. The more people you're around, the more you talk to people, meet people, the more you date attractive women you find attractive, you're going to be less angry. You're going to be less sad. You're going to be less depressive, and you're going to have more motivation to take on in life, So that's how you got to look at it, because those are facts. So, and because time is speeding up so fast, you got the days going by extremely quick. It's always important to find that work-life balance, because if you're so caught up in dwelling on work and the negativity, as time speeds up, so many days are going to pass by you. So many weekends are going to pass by you. Then next thing you know, as you're getting older, you're going to miss out on a lot of stuff, I'm not saying chase for validation. I'm not saying having to worry about or I'm not saying to fit in the crowd. You could be extremely different from most people. You could be better than most people. And you can still go out and have fun and talk to people. But you just got to do it in your own way, if that makes sense. Now, how I go about it, whenever I go outside, I tend to use that opportunity for me to improve my social skills. So what do? So any woman that I see when I go outside that I find very attractive, I'm going to approach them. When it comes to dating and approaching women, I'm very kind of picky and choosy. I don't come up and talk to women that I don't find attractive. My type of women is that I don't care which race, but I go for women who are very curvy, who are very thick in the right places. I don't go for skinny women. I don't go for women who are lean. No, I go for women who are curvy, who have a lot of body, who has a lot of body. I don't go for fat women or chubby women, but I go for women who are curvy. Those are the types of women I go for. So when I'm going outside, I'm scanning on who I should talk to. If I find a woman that I'm very attracted to, I'm going to talk to her. Because if you're going to talk to a woman that you're not attracted to, there's going to be no point. Because let's say if you get her number, then you two talk, and then it's not going to go anywhere, because you're not going to be into her. You know what I'm saying? So, and you're going to waste her time. She's going to waste your time. And, so this is not a good thing. I understand why people do it, just so they could build the confidence to talk to women or to somebody, because they keep getting rejected. But I get it. But it's better to approach women who are more attractive, because if you're attracted to her, you're going to be more into talking to her. It's going to be more of a challenge. It's going to be more fun. It's going to be more worth it. And even if you get rejected, even if she denies you, you're still going to feel better about yourself knowing that you went up to a beautiful woman and that you found attracted to, and you're able to have the balls to overcome that fear and a nervousness that's preventing you from talking to her. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to have you create more confidence. Now, so that's how I go about it. But also, I naturally love talking, because I know how intelligent and smart I am. I know how unique I am. I know how much I can bring to the table when it comes to people's lives. So I know my worth. So when I go to bars and clubs, if I'm vibing with certain people, or if I'm talking to some people, yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I would love to talk to people. I would love to have fun with them. It's fun. Have fun. People may say, oh, you're 30, you're 40, and you're too old to be going to the clubs or bars and stuff like that. I'm fuck them. Because these are going to be the same people who are going to reach that age, and they're going to have nobody to talk to. They're going to crave social interaction. Or these people are going to settle into connections that they really don't fuck with, And don't let people to tell you, how you look or your certain age style, because at the end of the day, we live in a free country to where you can express yourself. We are not in jail. You are not in prison. You are living this world to where you have the freedom to go out to places. You have the free will to talk to people. So take advantage of that, because before you know it, you're going to be the old age, and then you're not going to have the energy to talk to people, and then you're going to have a lot of regrets, So you never know who you're going to meet. A lot of human beings, we got so many people in this world. A lot of people could really change your outlook in life. They could change your whole life just by interacting with them and getting to know them and building connections like that. That's why it's extremely important. But like I said, it doesn't have to be bars and clubs. I'm using that as an example. But, try to explore what's out there in the world. Do your research, and yeah, but it's always important to find a good work-life balance, So that's all I got to say. Have a good one. Peace.